All right, so we're up to number five. Number five.
Like that.
Some of the sea. Hey, this has been fantastic. I've walked a good part of the way, now coming up to English Bay and finishing up our little series. You can go back if this is your first one and watch the introduction. And then we've had 5 parts to this series. Which are all about starting a conversation with people who are interested in having honest discovery discussions about what we individually and together think about some of the hot topics. We looked at religion and politics, big tech and big media, and now we've got a all other. So whatever pops into my mind or what I've been thinking about. And then if you have ideas, please let me know. And we're going to walk that way. And we can do something in the future. I'd love to be able to use the kinds of things that I'm working on and thinking about to maybe in some way help somebody. At least maybe be a little bit entertaining, or just for something to enjoy doing late at night or in the morning. By the way, I hope wherever you are in the world right now, wherever you're watching this from, on any of the channels or however you get this, that you've just experienced something really good in your life. That becomes something that's fulfilling to me when others do well. You know, we grow up with healthy competition, and I am competitive. I love the idea of competing and ultimately winning. But in life, it's okay to cheer others on. I try to use everything I have to encourage other people, because life is hard enough on its own, let alone this stuff that's happening right now and being, in my opinion, so poorly managed and handled, and et cetera, but maybe we won't talk about that this time. We'll leave that for a special session. So I also, thinking about these 5 kind of areas, realize that in my life I'm always thinking there's one person out there, maybe it's you, who needed to see or hear something right at this particular time that could be helpful to you. You and I never know the people around us exactly what they're going through and what's happening to them and how close they are maybe to the edge or giving up, and what I can do is take my words and whatever actions I can do and remind people like maybe you to choose, make a choice to live. It's worth it. And as much as possible, laugh every day. This isn't a one-time deal. We choose and we keep choosing. And choose to love. There are people in your life right now that you love or can love. Don't take them for granted. They may one day be gone. They probably one day, for sure, they one day will be gone. Especially those who are loyal and who are helpful. Hold them close. And do whatever you can together with me to search for the truth, right? So in this fifth area, I've been thinking about things like some organizations, United Nations. Wow, where did that come from? You know, organizations like the United Nations and the World Health Organization and many of the NGOs and even the small charities that are involved in different parts of the world over different causes and reasons, focused on different people. To me, what's very important about all of these is a few things, which I wanted to share because that's what I do, share things. Number one, the money that's used should actually be going to helping people and not feeding any kind of corrupt system or helping those at the top build their kingdoms. It should actually be going to designated areas, to doing the most good for people. So when you think about any of these international groups, United Nations, World Health Organization, and the small charities or foundations or groups that you might be involved in wherever you are, my recommendation is that you investigate and see that the majority of what's allocated to them, their budgets, whether it's big or little, is actually going to making a short and long-term healthy and positive difference in people's lives. Too much destruction is happening right now in the name of service, in the name of good causes, in the name of doing good for people. And I'm just saying we don't throw it all out, but with open eyes, open ears, open heart, open minds, we look, investigate, and see what is good and what isn't. We don't have to agree with everything. We can look at things discerningly with an analytical mind and perspective and maybe help make things even more practical and better for the people that we're trying to be beneficial to and trying to help. Okay? So that was one of the areas I was thinking about in this all other kind of encompassing area. There are many other things that are important to me, and I was reminded when recently doing the barbershop conversation series with Holly. I had grown my Christmas beard. I did it last year, and that was to a number of reasons. A great dear Japanese friend suggested growing the beard, and then the owner of a English school there in Yokohama, her name is Sayaka, she suggested that I use my beard as Santa Claus for the little kids. It was so funny. The little kids were screaming and crying, and some were laughing. You can find those pictures. They're on Facebook, I think, and in a YouTube. You can check that out too. So this year, while waiting for the flu season to finish and the world to open and people to allow us our freedom back and to travel and enjoy being together with each other, building strong immune systems and doing business and living and laughing, loving, all the things that are important to us, I thought I would grow it again. So from September to December, while I was changing my flight ticket waiting to go. I grew it out, and then here in January of 2021, my brother suggested I get it shaved and we film it, and that turned into the Barbershop Conversation series. Also, YouTube and other groups that you can watch if you want to. She was fantastic, and that long story was to say that she reminded me that it's okay not to have our biases come up in hindering our conversations with each other. We can be open-minded. We can consider that we arrive at our conclusions today, which might be different tomorrow, right? They might change over time with more facts and more processing and more data. Oh, that's better. Huh. Sorry, probably some of this isn't very clear. Anyway, I was reminded in talking with her that it's okay for her and me and you and me and whoever the people are that you're relating with right now to have differences of opinions. We don't have to be so politically correct. Be free. Fear not. Trust your thought processes. And where you're not sure of something that you'd maybe stake your life on, do a little more investigation. Consider more data. Look at different scientists. Look at different medical experts. There is no reason in the world why a computer guy or a government bureaucrat or anyone else should be dictating life and health and wellness issues to anybody for their own agenda. And so I want us to be open with each other because it's a better way to live. I want us to be people who, in our day-to-day existence, think through what's happening, what's real, what's in our best interests as a society, as people, and what's not. And it's okay to sometimes do things for temporary reasons to get along, but it shouldn't become the normal way in which we live. Life is best lived in freedom. Free to create, to speak, to be. Free to not fear. Don't fear. Worry a whole lot less. Because our worry changes nothing. And the things we worry about and the things we fear, often later, we discover we're really not that big of a deal. So, to wrap all this stuff up, thank you for those who stuck through with me during this series. My desire is to continue to do everything I can to be involved in people's lives that are in my life, that want to be connected, that want to share life's great adventure. I'm most happy when I'm doing a couple of things. And for all of my adult life, it's been connecting with great company owners, even those that have a small business but want to do more, want to start something new connected with their business, or want to connect with international participants, those that are coming into their country that could be customers or partners. They want to go into another country and start and build and grow a business, creating jobs and opportunities for others, or a host of other reasons. So if you're a good company owner and you want to do more than what you can do by yourself or with the people you're currently involved with, all you have to do is let me know, and I'll let you know what I think we can do together. The other thing, as I said in an earlier part of this little series, is whatever I can do to speak or to do for anyone what might help them, even in a small way, cope, or more than just cope, flourish, live. I want to. And there's a lot I cannot do, but there's a lot that I can do. And whatever I can do, I will do. Okay? So that's your invitation to connect with me whenever you want to, over any issue or any idea or any thought. And I'll be as thoughtful and as straightforward as I possibly can be. So, we're coming towards the end of our wonderful walk and talk. 5 parts that'll be spaced out over 5 or 6 or 7, I don't know, we'll just cut them up. And some will watch today, tomorrow, next week, and some in a year or 2 years, or somewhere down the road. And along the way, I believe somebody will be helped just a little bit. And that's why I do what I do. I love you. See you soon.